Today's video is a follow-up to yesterday's video, Woke Watch the Hand They Them's Tale. And in it, I discussed that there are some toxic trans activists who are trying to get Dave Chappelle's latest special, The Closer, pulled from Netflix because it hurt they them's feelings. But today it transpires, at Netflix HQ, all of the company's transgender employees, that's 3 of them, walked out to join a protest of around 100 people taking place outside of Netflix HQ. And the protest is being supported by Netflix. Of course it is. Netflix are woke as fuck. If you've seen this channel before, you'll know I'm all for inclusivity and diversity. But with Netflix dramas, it's always a desperate attempt at frantic box ticking. I've just left the house. Mrs. Disgruntled has just started a new series. It'd been on 3 or 4 minutes when I walked in and said, "How many transgender characters are there in this one?" And she said, 1 so far. Now there's nothing wrong with that. But if the real world looked like Netflix, if I was going for a night out, with me being a straight white guy, I'd have to make sure there was a lesbian couple, one of whom is a person of colour, 2 black guys and someone with advanced autism. If you see 2 white guys on a Netflix show, I guarantee you they're fucking each other. For example, we know that at Dunkirk, that was a group of young white men shooting at another group of young white men. But if Netflix made a series about it, the commanding officer would be a gay, black, transgender, disabled Muslim. I recently tried to watch another series on Netflix, I can't remember what it was called. It was about the legend of King Arthur. But the actor playing King Arthur was black. And I know King Arthur didn't exist, but if he had done, it's unlikely he would have had African heritage. And this race swapping for the sake of it doesn't advance any cause. It insults the audience. You know, it's just some woke white TV executive going, "Look what we've done for the black community." I fucking hate woke white people. I bet when they orgasm, they shout their own name. In fact, I think the only big American-made Netflix show that doesn't try and tick every box is Stranger Things. But that's set in the 1980s, before the Anti-Everything Club turned up and fucked it up for everyone. So, back to the protest, which was apparently attended by several celebrities. I don't recognise any of them. One of them was interviewed and said, "We're not here because we can't take a joke." Clearly, that's the fucking reason that they're there. They continued, "It's that these jokes are costing lives." I would dispute that. Sadly, in recent months, attacks on trans people have skyrocketed. That's terrible. No one deserves to be attacked unless they are in the act of attacking someone else. But do these protesters honestly believe that the mindless thugs who go out to beat up trans people are watching Dave Chappelle? I don't think they are, because Dave Chappelle is black, and I expect these fucking half-wits are the same people who go out and commit racially motivated violence. Do the protesters honestly think someone will watch a 90-minute stand-up special, grab a crowbar and think, "Right, I'm going to go fuck up some minorities"? Jokes don't hurt anyone, because jokes aren't real. Some of the stories comedians tell, they are real, albeit embellished or exaggerated. But comics like Dave Chappelle and from the UK, Jimmy Carr, they use shock tactics. The audience laughs because they can't believe what the comedian has just said. But woke protesters don't understand this. They can't understand its humour, because they're too busy being fucking offended by everything. And if they're offended by Dave Chappelle, then God help them if they ever stumble across the work of Richard Pryor or Eddie Murphy. They'll be in their designated safe spaces, rocking back and forth and crying for a fucking month. But the strangest thing about this whole affair is that Netflix is a streaming service. You can't accidentally put something on. You have to go into the menu and select it. Now, if there was something I thought would upset me or offend me, and there isn't much, I wouldn't watch it. And even if one of these screamy woke people accidentally found themselves watching Dave Chappelle's latest special, well, I give them this advice, and it comes from one of the greatest stand-ups of all time, Billy Connolly. If you don't like it, move your fucking thumb. As ever, thanks for watching.